Everybody, it's Zach. Welcome back to the Heroverse. And guys, we are back in again with another DVD unboxing. And today we're going to be unboxing Captain America Brave New World 4K Steelbook. Guys, I'm super excited. Like I said, I have my package here from Amazon. Today was the day that Captain America Brave New World released on DVD. I believe it was today, hence me getting my Steelbook today, from Amazon. But like I said, as you all know from my review of Captain America Brave New World, I have a lot of high hopes going into the film. It didn't really hit all of my expectations of the film, but it still was an enjoyable time at the theater. It was an enjoyable movie. It wasn't the best movie. It wasn't a terrible movie, but it was just an okay film. But the thing, if you know anything about me, you know I love collecting physical media, especially my Marvel movies. I love collecting the Marvel movies, especially if there's a chance that that I could get a Steelbook, I'm gonna get the Steelbook, especially if it's for a Marvel movie. I want to say that this is my. I mean, I haven't gotten a DVD in a long time. I haven't gotten a DVD in a minute because I pretty much have all the movies that have wanted. I think the last DVD I got was probably Oppenheimer, and that was around the time where I just got the 4K disc version. I could not get my hands on the Steelbook, but I want to say that was the last film that I got. I've gotten the re-released 4K versions of like Black Panther 1, Avengers 1, Doctor Strange, when they did the re-release of those movies, but they made them 4K, and it was like the anniversary things. It just happened, like, I want to say, like, a few years ago. You guys probably know what I'm talking about, but without further ado, let's just get into the unboxing. Let's just get into it. I'm very excited, like I said. Here is the Steelbook. As you can see, a real cool picture, of course, of Sam Wilson, and, of course, Thunderbolt Ross, aka Red Hulk. I really do like how they did the Steelbook cover with the red, white, and blue. But they added a very presidential kind of look to it, which I do like because, as we all know, in the film, Thunderbolt Ross, of course, is the president. So I do like how they're kind of going with that on the cover of the Steelbook. Really cool. It says 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray digital code. Really cool. It says Captain America Brave New World, and it says limited edition Steelbook. As you can see right there, that is what the inside of the Steelbook looks like. A real cool picture of Sam Wilson flying, of course, around Tiamat. Of course, on the back of it, there's a whole bunch here. It says digital code included. It says download on or stream. Real cool. It says one symbol stands for all, which I do love, of course. Captain America, one symbol stands for all. Of course, there's some information about the movie here on the back if you guys want to take your time and read it up top right there. Go ahead and read it. Of course, this is Blu-ray and bonus features, which is also cool. Reading off some of the bonus features, it says, assuming the mantle? I don't know why it's assuming the mantle. Okay. Join Anthony Mackie for a look at Sam Wilson's past, present, and possible future. Really cool. I'm excited to check out the bonus features whenever I watch this movie tomorrow. I'm going to rewatch the movie. Like I said, I was literally recovering from having, I think I had the flu. So I was recovering from the flu for 2 weeks leading up to the film. I just started to get better as the film came out. So like I said, I was just recovering from the flu when I saw this movie on that Thursday night in Dolby. Like I said, it really was not the best kind of mindset going into a film. My energy was not at an all-time high. So that's why I'm really excited to rewatch the film. Going on with the other bonus feature, it says old scores, new scars. Old scores, new scars. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, it says get the lowdown on Sam's formidable foes. Okay, that's cool. Interesting. And then we have gag reel, deleted scenes, audio commentary with the director and director of photography. Really cool. So that's the bonus features that you get here on the back of the disc. A real cool picture, of course, of Sam Wilson in his new gear, which, of course, as you guys can see, I have my Marvel Legends right up there. So that's really cool. of Sam's new suit, which I love Sam's new suit. That was definitely a highlight going into the film that they did succeed on. I love the new suit. Of course, we have a picture of Thunderbolt Ross, of course, as President Ross. We also have a picture of Sam and Joaquin Torres right there. And they are, of course, in the leader's lab. And then we have, I'm forgetting what her name is, but we have the ex-Black Widow right there. So that's really, really cool. Yeah, right, the ex-Widow. Yeah, or not Black Widow. I don't know why I'm like blanking on that. And then, of course, we have Thunderbolt Ross as Red Hulk. So it's really, really cool. The way in the back, and of course, this is the paper slipcover, and then on top, of course, it says Captain America Brave New World. Really, really cool. Like I said, I'm a huge collector of movies, and I love physical media. I still to this day buy my games on physical media. I prefer just having it physically than getting it digitally. I'm never going to be one of those people that switch to digital. I've just, you know what I mean? I've just never been a fan of kind of doing that. I'm always going to be a physical media person. I just think movies look better. And I think it's like a known thing on Laserdisc. They look better on DVD. So, especially if you have the 4K television and you have a 4K player, whether it be your PlayStation 5, whether it be a Blu-ray player, you know, why the hell not? You know what I mean? Why not just collect physical media? You know what I mean? That's also something you guys should ask yourself. It's like, if I have a PlayStation 5 and I have a 4K television, how come I'm not getting physical media? To kind of, you know, because that's really what those systems are for, is to, you know, have DVDs to then have it look the best. You know what I mean? But I love it. I love this kind of gloss we got going on here. As you guys can see, like some nice sheen. I love it. I love it. Here is the back of the Steelbook, the Captain America logo. Love it. Cap shield. Really, really cool. Of course, we got some gloss with that as well. I do like that, as you guys can see. Really, really cool. I love it. And of course, it says Marvel Studios down in the corner, which is also really cool. Of course, here's the side of it where it says Ultra HD Blu-ray right there. And it says Captain America Brave New World. That's also really, really cool, as you guys can see right there. I'm just very happy with it. But of course, when we open it up, I don't want to give this away, the digital code. My brother takes the digital codes. So it's also, like, I mean, it's the best of both worlds. My brother collects physical, but also he has the Movies Anywhere app. So we like to download. I give him all my digital codes, and we share the movies at Anywhere. And, you know, when we're anywhere, we can watch the movies. But of course, let me take out the discs real quick, and then we'll talk about the discs. I actually want to look at the inside of the Steelbook, which they did showcase on the front of the paper what it looks like. But we have a cool picture of, like I said, of Sam Wilson flying. Love this picture. I also love the high altitude helmets. Like I said, there are some like highlights of this film, and definitely it's Sam's new suit with the high altitude helmet. Really, really cool. I'm hoping he kind of rocks if not the same version, or I'm kind of hoping he rocks the same version, if not maybe a little bit updated, of this suit in Avengers Doomsday or, you know, Secret Wars. I'm really, really hoping. I hope his suit doesn't look too different. But we'll just have to wait and see. Of course, because as we all know, by the end of the film, his suit gets destroyed, especially the wings and the helmet. Everything that is vibranium on him gets destroyed by Red Hulk. So I have a feeling he'll get a different suit. But this was a nice time that we had this suit, if this is the last time we'll see the suit, to be honest. Now going on to the DVDs, really, really cool. Of course, we have Captain America Brave New World, and we, of course, have the concept art of Red Hulk on it, which is really cool. And I believe that this is the standard Blu-ray disc. I think this is just the Blu-ray. Really, really cool concept art photo of Red Hulk. And then, of course, we have the main disc, which, of course, is the 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray disc, and it has a concept art of Sam Wilson's Captain America on it. I do love that a lot. This is probably my favorite disc out of both of the discs, but pretty damn solid, a good solid Steelbook, if I'm being honest. I don't think that, you know, I know a lot of people were kind of disappointed about the way the front of the Steelbook looked, but if I'm being honest, I do like it. You know what I mean? I do like it. Now, could they have done some other stuff on the cover of the Steelbook? Yes, but I do find that this fits the tone of the movie. because when I look at this cover, I'm like, this fits the tone so well of the movie, and I do love that. And I do like how Sam is flying up right there, and like, you know what I mean? I do like how they're doing that. It's like they're using the lines of Sam, because Sam is flying. So we have like the wind lines, which is really, really cool. Like I said, W Steelbook. I'm very, very glad that I have Captain America: A Brave New World to add to my physical media collection. Of course, there are some other Marvel movies that I still need to get, that I just haven't really gotten around to get. Like I said, I've kind of been slowing down with physical media. Sometimes I'm like, if I'm not like, oh, sometimes when I walk out of a movie and I'm like, I think to myself, do I need to get that Steelbook right away? And for this one, I was like, you know what? I haven't gotten a Steelbook in a while. I want to kind of keep up to date with getting my Marvel movies on DVD. And especially if you guys know Steelbooks, they do sell out. That is the one thing I will say. If you're a physical media collector and you do love a Steelbook, they sell out, especially for the Marvel movies. Sometimes they're very, very hard to get, especially when Best Buy used to do physical media. Now they don't do it, which of course is a shame. I don't really go into my local Best Buy very often because that was the only reason why I went in there. Occasionally, me and my bro will go in there to see if there's any figures of such, but they don't do any Legends nowadays. They just only do like SH and stuff like that. But like I said, the Best Buy, when they used to do physical media, it would be very, very, they would only have a limited quantity. I'm talking probably maybe like 4 or maybe 10 minimum. And if you didn't order it online when they went up, there was no guarantee you'd find it in store. It'd be very rare if they had an order maybe someone didn't pick up and they put it back on the floor, or if, they just happen to have an extra one. It was very, very rare. Nowadays, I find that there is a little bit more of a chance where pre-order, like, Steelbooks don't get sold out, but it all depends on what the movie is. For instance, I just purchased the Sinners Steelbook. I missed my opportunity of getting the Sinners Steelbook on Amazon, but my bro Troy let me know that it was up on Walmart, and I copped it. Thank the Lord, because I love the movie Sinners. That was right when I walked out of that movie. I was like, I need it. I need that 4K instantly. There's no question about it. I just knew I wanted to get it. And like I said, I kind of had the same feeling with this because I knew that I wanted to rewatch the movie. That was one of the reasons why I wanted to get this. Even though, like I said, this movie has some standout moments that I really do enjoy. Like, there are some moments in this movie with the flying that really caught my eye, especially with the action, the fight, the kind of end fight between Sam and Red Hulk. I loved that fight. That was probably my favorite scene of the movie. I thought, to be honest, my favorite scene in the movie was going to be with Sam and Joaquin with the jets. But that was not my favorite sequence of the movie. It kind of fell flat, in my personal opinion. There were some moments of that fight I was like, this is pretty cool, but I kind of felt redundant because the set piece really, it was just a set piece. They didn't really do anything with it. They didn't really do anything with the whole adamantium storyline, so it kind of felt redundant. But like I said, I think the fight sequence between Sam and Red Hulk is the best. I think it's the highlight of the movie. That's probably the scene I'm most excited to watch when I rewatch this movie, to be honest. Which, like I said, I'm gonna plan on trying to rewatch this tomorrow if I have the time tomorrow. If not, I'm gonna try to do it like Thursday or Friday or maybe even this weekend. But I'm gonna try tomorrow to watch this. So I'll keep you guys up to date if my opinions change on this movie. Right now, like I said, the movie was just. It was okay to me. It was an okay, enjoyable film. It wasn't a great film. I wouldn't even necessarily say it was a good film, but I'm kind of hoping it goes to a good film. For me personally, whenever I do a rewatch of it, like I said, I was recovering from the flu, and that day, it was a rough day. I was tired. You know what I mean? So, like I said, I'm excited to rewatch this tomorrow, but I'm also curious to know: are you guys physical media collectors? Let me know. What DVDs do you own that maybe are like a part? I'm gonna say, what DVDs do you own a part of the Marvel movies? Do you own all of them? Which ones do you own on standard, Blu-ray, 4K, Steelbook? I'm curious to know. Let me know what versions of them you have. And it doesn't even just need to be. It doesn't just have to be Marvel movie. Let me know what one stand out to you on your physical media shelf? Let me know. I'm really curious to know. Yet again, if you are new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, put those notifications, and like this video. I'm going to try to do more DVD videos of, unboxings. Like I said, it's kind of harder now because there's only certain movies I'm like, oh, I really want to get that on DVD right now. Like I said, I'm kind of picking and choosing because also DVDs are expensive, especially if you're going for that Steelbook. And for me personally, that's what I'm trying to do every time when I get a DVD is get a Steelbook. That's really what I'm trying to do. Now, if it's just a movie I thought was okay, but I want to get it, I'll probably just get it on like Blu-ray at least. It doesn't even have to be 4K, but I'll probably go for that Blu-ray. I think my days of getting standard DVDs is over, to be honest, because like I'm slowly starting to upgrade a lot of my older films, especially for my older Marvel movies that were just standard in the beginning, that weren't even Blu-ray. I slowly start to upgrade, especially if they turn them into like a 4K Blu-ray with a Steelbook. I'll upgrade it, which I did with a lot of the re-released Marvel movies that they did like a while back. I don't know if they were like Walmart exclusives or Best Buy exclusives. I can't even remember, but you guys know what I'm talking about. But like I said, guys, feel free to subscribe. Let me know all your thoughts down in the comment section below. But as always, guys, I hope everybody has a great day, a safe day, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.